Welcome to NXL 360, everyone. We just saw Orlando Pirates playing Sekhukhune away at Old Peter Mokaba Stadium. A very interesting game, very close game. This is what I saw. First half, Pirates were a bit better than Sekhukhune. I don't know what Sekhukhune wanted to do, honestly speaking. Where they wanted to be defensively at home and hope Pirates come at them, then kill them on counter attack. It could have been. Maybe that was a strategy. But anyways, this is NSL 360. My name is Nadim. So please like and subscribe. I'm gonna come. I just brief you how I saw the game. Orlando Pirates versus Sekhukhune. Look, Orlando Pirates are now one step in the final. We need to be honest. 0 away. Old Peter Mokaba Stadium scored by Dino Hoto. He got a chance, missed it. Then the second one, great goal. That's how the game ended. What is the story in this game? The story is that Orlando Pirates are a team now that have one foot in the final, where they are expected to beat Mamelodi Sundowns in the M10A. Remember, could be the how many finals? Second final of the M10-8 in the last few seasons. I think that's going to happen, something like that. Pirates are going to play Mamelodi Sundowns in the final. I don't see Arrows beating Sundowns. I don't know. We'll see how it goes anyway, that game. But that's not a review of Arrows and Sundowns. We've already done it. But look, Pirates are going to beat Sekhukhune out of the tournament because Sekhukhune failed to create only one shot at home, Old Peter Mokaba Stadium. We need to be honest. I don't know what Cedric Katza wanted to do, honestly speaking. Did he want to wait for Pirates and maybe Pirates they will be more electrifying, go forward and open spaces, then kill them on counter attack? And you say that could have been the strategy of Sekhukhune. But it didn't work because Orlando Pirates scored a goal, even though Sekhukhune was sitting back in the first half. First half, that was the only team that was in the game, honestly speaking. Simbotuma started. I can't praise him or critique him. There's nothing much that I can say he did. But I can only speak much highly of players like Mtiane. I think it was a good introduction for Orlando Pirates to put him. Mtiane and Mkoboti, that partnership, honestly, is really impressive. Mkoboti and Mtetelele Mtiane. I think they did well in the central midfield. Obviously, Tansin set out of this one, came in as a sub. If you look at Orlando Pirates, they were never troubled. Defensively, they were sound. Organizationally, they were okay. There was never a threat where Sekhukhune offered something. It was a matter of them how they wanted to kill the game. Yes, Sekhukhune were compact defensively. They didn't want to open spaces for Orlando Pirates. I think Cedric Katz, what he wanted to do was Pirates, maybe feel Pirates will go and attack a lot of chances, go electrifying, go all out, then open spaces, then kill Pirates on counter attack. This Pirates team, it didn't allow Sekhukhune that. What Pirates did right is that from the onset, they wanted to play their usual game, create chances and score a goal. And they were rewarded with that when Butuma got the chance. Obviously, it was a well-created goal. Look at the players who were involved, Kambanlu, Mkoboti, and Hoto. You say, brilliant goal. Okay, Pirates. Then after Pirates scored the goal, what did Sekhukhune do? In the second half, again, they were still becoming cautious. Remember, if they go forward, it's 2-0. Then Pirates have now, it's like 2 goals away from home. Remember, the away goal rule thing, it works. Even if it's 1-1, if at Orlando Stadium, they will still need to go. The away goal rule is always going to kill you because look how, it's very simple how it works. If it was 2-1, 2-0, then it will mean they needed to go to Orlando Stadium to at least get 2-0 or 3-0. But what are the chances of Orlando Pirates not getting a goal at Orlando Stadium? That's why in this game, I think Sekhukhune are already out. There's nothing they can do. They did what they could do. They tried to do what they can do, which is try to have Pirates get frustrated in the second half by not opening up. But Pirates didn't care because Pirates was still, they were the one now where you see players like Nkosi Yetzile drifting back. That's what I saw anyway. Second half, they were not the same Pirates in the second half. First half, they were playing their usual game where they were attacking on all those things. Second half, Orlando Pirates, they were more compact. They wanted Sekhukhune to cover them. It was now Pirates who looked like they were playing the weighted. Of course, they had an away goal rule. Why should they rush? Why should they hurry? For them, it was okay, we're fine. Now we've gotten the away goal that we needed. So why should we rush? And then it worked out well for Orlando Pirates because as a result now, it's away goal 1-0 away from Old Peter Mokaba Stadium. Of course, I'm one of those people who got it wrong this one. I said this game is going to be a 1-1 draw. If Orlando Pirates were going to win away from Old Peter Mokaba Stadium, that will mean Pirates are going to win the MTN 8 and win the league. That will mean that if Pirates have this character, beat a team like Uskukune, that's how I feel like that, you know. I feel Pirates beating Uskukune away at Old Peter Mokaba Stadium, the character now of going anyway to, they are becoming more strong. That's why last week I said the game they played against Chippa United was the best performance of Orlando Pirates. Now, if you look at Skukune versus, Chippa United versus Skukune, Skukune are a higher team than Skukune, than Chippa United. Really, you realize now that the win of Orlando Pirates against Chippa United, that result was not a fluke. This is a team that is really improving. What is it that they're getting right at Orlando Pirates? I think one, defensively, the back five is solid. I'm talking about the goalkeeper chain, CM, CBC, Svelebele, and Hot. All of them solid. No stories there, right? Then you look at the obvious Central Pirates are still doing a lot of testing. Today was saying new different combination of Mkoboti and Tian. The other last week it was Mkoboti and Tansin. I think in the Central, between 6 and 8, they're still trying different combinations. Obviously, Lungu looks like on the right side has become a revelation. That's why Pirates were weak. And then Apolis, eventually they will need to drop him. The guy is not doing well, honestly speaking. It's very clear that something is not at his best. Osman Apolis was taken out, was not at his best. People can say maybe you played at the World Cup, and then he didn't have enough preseason. But it looks like even the players were in the World Cup. Honestly speaking, maybe the turnaround, the league started a bit early. Remember, started on the 1st of August. The World Cup ended on the 19th of July. And most of the league are now just starting now. The English Premier League started this week. La Liga started maybe last week, but the big teams are starting this week. So maybe the PSL started the league very early. Obviously, we know why. They wanted to accommodate the MTN 8. But I feel like the players who are in the World Cup are suffering now. Apolis is the one who's suffering. Other people are looking at maybe it could be suffering because of the passing away of Jaden Adams. We know that they were very close. And people are asking themselves, what could be the reason of his poor form? Obvious. I think he need to get his swim around because the more games are getting tougher, like on the way to the final, Orlando Pirates will need a stronger Apolis. Now he looks confused, honestly speaking. He's not the decisive, powerful Apolis that we've seen previous. He's really, really struggling. He's playing like a boy who just got promoted from the DTC. And I find it very insulting to say that because we see players who are coming from the DTC, some of them doing well. But Apolis is really struggling at the moment. He has not really been at his best. And Lungu, I think is a revelation for Orlando Pirates, honestly speaking. This guy is a great signing. Look, Moremo was not there, but he just brilliant. He works hard. He moves up and down. The coach doesn't even see the need of taking him out because why? If he's not broken, why fix it? Tiane, for me, was my man of the match. Obviously, Hoto was given the man of the match simply because it's Wafa Wafa. You win, you score, and then that goal was decisive. Of course, it will matter if you score a goal, then it's 1-0, and then you go to the final. Maybe the second leg is 0-0, then that goal is decisive. That's why the tournament always going to reward the last man standing. Guy who separated the game was Jen Hoto, Namibian international. Obvious, in the first 10 minutes, I must say he was also struggling, was having a scrappy game. Looked like he was outlost somewhere, or it looks like was not really offering anything offensively. But eventually, this is a chance, a cracker. Now everything is forgotten about it. With CBC and CMA, I think both of them had defensive. They're having a good partnership defensively. Only one shot on goal for Kukune just tells you everything, how solid they are defensively. Obviously, Belebele, one would say, had a stellar of a game. Maybe there's a bit of a disagreement with him and Lungu. Do they understand each other though? Because it looks like both of them, they are very good offensively speaking. Even Svilibili likes attacking we know naturally he's more like a player, an attacking player, but now he's put as a right back. It looks like, is there any understanding between Lungu and Sibelebele, or they find themselves in the same spaces? Obviously, there has to be an improvement of that. It could have been maybe Skukone was not really offering them enough spaces to exchange and all those kind of things. But Gobodi looks like a very good signing by Orlando Pirates. Mtiane looks like a very good addition in the squad of Orlando Pirates. Honestly speaking, with the injury of Talent Mbate and Duli Makaula, who was also on the bench, it's good that he's coming on the bench. I will say Mtiane, as long as keep on getting improving. How is it going to improve by play? I will say Pirates have gotten a quality player there. I will not really critique Masilela that much. Yes, he came in, he didn't do much. Obviously, it's one of those boys from the DTC. That's why he played almost the same like Apollos. I think he's still learning. It's his first start as an Orlando Pirates player. Obviously, playing away against Kukun in such a pitch, that ground is a bit small and compact, so it's difficult to see a skillful player like him, like being able to express himself. But for Orlando Pirates, it's a step to the right direction, going to Polokwane and winning and playing like that. Because if you look at this match, you will say Orlando Pirates played very well. Because the previous games, the Pirates, you will not really give them credit and say Pirates did well. But this one, the Buccaneers were excellent overall around. And then also Peterson, Sebastian Peterson came in, guys, Norwegian striker. I, we need to be honest about this Sebastian Peterson. That he will need time to adjust with the team. We can't say he's not a quality player because by the time, for me, I cannot judge him based on this game and say he's not what we think he is. I can't say that. What I can say about Sebastian Peterson, guys, is that second half, Orlando Pirates, if you look at Koscielny, they were already playing deep. They didn't want, they knew that they got on 1-0. The game was over. It was game over. They were happy with 1-0. So that's why they were not more offensive. So the critic, if I say he didn't play well for Pirates, how many chances that they created for him? How many one-on-one that he missed? None. How many clear-cut chances that he got? None. So for me, I'll say the good thing, the positive vibe is that Orlando Pirates are starting to introduce him gradually. Eventually, we'll see his finishing prowess, how it works with him. It is going to be too early to say it's not a good signing, all those kind of things. I know a lot of people going to jump to that wagon and critique him and feel like it was an underperforming performance. But the fact is, by the time he was introduced, Pirates were no longer offensive. They were just sitting back. And the Pirates, as you check, who was the winger there? I think Kamban Lung was the only winger. And even Koscielny, but they were playing so deep also. They were just, they wanted to close down Skukune, not to create anything, not to trouble them. Because the last thing Orlando Pirates wanted to do, they didn't want to go home with Sikukune having a 1-1 lead. They didn't want Skukune to have to go to Orlando Amstel Arena with an away goal because they're gonna go with that goal. Then it's 0-0. Then Orlando Pirates obviously were gonna win because of away goal rule. But they will push that they can still get a 0-0, 1-1 at Orlando Stadium, then go to penalties. Now Skukune, they will need to win 2-1 at Orlando Stadium. Only 2 goals can save them. 1-0 at Orlando Stadium, again, it goes to extra time and all those kind of things. 1-1, obviously, they're eliminated. So it's a bit trick for them. But to be honest with Skukune, they didn't offer Orlando Pirates much. They were sitting back, waiting to see what Pirates can do. I think they wanted Orlando Pirates to be clumsy and open spaces, then exploit those spaces, and then get a chance. Orlando Pirates last season, they were doing that when the coach was starting. That's why Skukune beat Pirates 1-0 at Orlando Stadium. I mean, Marumo Kalat beat Pirates. They were a bit excited, basically, Orlando Pirates. I will say that. They were a bit excited. They will just go all out attack. Now you can see they are playing mature football. Immediately they get the call that they want. They just sit back. Let's see what you can do. We already gotten the away goal that we came for. So why are we going to trouble ourselves? For me, that was what was doing. Who I believe is actually a brilliant mind. The guy is a fantastic coach. Of course, his only weakness is just keep on playing Butuma, who's offering Paris nothing. I mean, we cannot keep quiet as if we don't see that. But for Buthelezi had a decent game, I would say. I mean, had like 5 shots on goal, saved 4. He's a former Buccaneer, just left Pirates to go to Skukone. Also, obviously, we had that terrible take. Defensively, even Skukone, they were not bad, honestly speaking, because they frustrated Pirates not to create clear-cut chances. Kukune, they were not bad. Maybe the only negative thing about Kukune is that they were playing at home. They didn't create enough chances to score at least 1 goal. And for that reason, they're already out of the M10-8. I don't expect them to go to Orlando Stadium and change this tie. I think Orlando Stadium, 40,000 supporters, the pressure will be on them. Today, you can see this is not the Skukune of Eric Tinkler. Even defensively, it was not like really aggressive and solid defensive. Even offensively, it was not clear. I think this is the same Skukune, guys, that I've not seen in the last few years because Skukune have been dominating against Orlando Pirates. Remember, Skukune have beaten Orlando Pirates twice in the last 3 games. But today, if you were going to say this is the same team that beat Pirates, people are going to say, which ball will we watch? Is it because Orlando Pirates are improving? Skukune are where they are last season? I think it's the latter where I can say Orlando Pirates are really improving, guys. They are really, really improving. They're adding a lot of different elements in the teams. See players like Nkosi Yatsile, who's very quick, Mtetelele Mtiane, Mkoboto, who's a hard worker, who doesn't rely. The guy is building his name for Orlando Pirates. I'm telling you, this Mkoboto is a special player, as well as Mtetelele Mtiane. I think Orlando Pirates are assembling a monster of a team. They will definitely be there in the final. Will they win it? Of course. I mean, they've won it, 4 times in a row. Why they cannot win it 5 times in a row? And the Sundowns beat Orlando Pirates in the final. Of course not. Pirates team is very strong and it's already in the final. I don't say, because I usually don't get scared to predict things. Orlando Pirates are going to go to the final and beat Mamelodi Sundowns. Guys, it is what it is. We'll come back with another review of Mamelodi Sundowns against Golden Arrows. But this match, guys, ended on a very, very interesting note that Pirates got the goal second half. They didn't even create that many of chances. For them, it was like, okay, now we've gotten the goal that we came for. That's why only 1 shot on goal by Orlando Pirates in the second half. That just tells you anything that on the second half, they were just relaxing. Contrast to the first half, where Pirates had 4 shots on target. Skukune had 0 shot on target. It is what it is, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Continue liking and subscribing. This is NXL 360. This is how we saw the game between Orlando Pirates and Skukune.